Today we're reading hate comments from Reddit about Plunge. I'm here with the co-founder and co-CEO Mike. He's gonna react to every single one.
Let's do it.
1. Benches and ceiling. I think you already know this, but the benches are too low. The heat will get trapped to the highest point in the tilted ceiling. It doesn't matter if someone who has tried it says it's nice, it will always be the worst experience than any other kit sauna with higher benches and a flat ceiling. So why would you buy it?
All right, this is an easy one. So the benches are above the heater. So that's where you want the benches. So not really sure what they mean about a low bench. If you look at a barrel sauna, your feet are on the ground, it is a low bench. So we intentionally put it up high. A lot of sauna nerds tell us you did a great job with the benches are up high.
And I know you can lift up the benches to do exercises in the XL and the standard. Some people are saying that doing kettlebell or yoga in the sauna is BS. What's your thoughts on that?
I do it. You know what I mean? So that's honestly how we design products. It's like we design products for us that we think is cool. And if you don't like that feature, you know, the sauna works just the same. So haters gonna hate.
Cold plunge companies should just say no warranty. What's the warranty on the saunas and the cold plunges?
Yeah, they all come with saunas 2-year warranty, cold plunges 1-year manufacturer's warranty. You can always upgrade. I think within the whole first year, you can actually upgrade to the extended warranty, which is super affordable. Always recommend. So that's the warranty.
Yeah, some people are saying at least you guys honor the warranty. Some of these other companies flash 2 years, and when shit hits the fan, nobody picks up the phone.
Yeah, it's a new industry. There's a lot of no-name players that are out there, so you got to beware. We pride ourselves on customer service. Our response times are really great, and yeah, stand behind it.
So something about the warranty. People need to stop buying from Plunge. Read the reviews. They're a truly horrendous company and should be shut down entirely. Their stories are jaw-dropping. And then someone replied about how these cold plunge companies are newer and they started with the Plunge and the Pro Chiller. They've gotten a couple of replacements. They've been very responsive and found a resolution that made them happy. Definitely get the 5-year extended warranty.
We've had over 40,000 customers in just over 4 years. So we've grown insanely fast. We've delivered many more cold plunges than most of these companies. So obviously that number, you're gonna get the bad numbers. They're gonna boil up because there's just more people with the product. Some people have had bad experiences, I'm sure, but our customer service is very responsive. Our products keep getting better and better and better. We can go into the improvements that we're constantly rolling out. So you can go to plunge.com and see over 1,000 positive reviews. So, you know, if you're seeing negative reviews online, obviously angry people are gonna show up, leave inflammatory reviews. Look, some people have obviously had some bad experiences, but when that person gets that resolved from our team, they usually don't update that review and say, actually, my shit's working great now and it's been great. So that's a missing piece of the puzzle too, right?
I would run far and run fast from Hume. Never seen so many issues posted from one company. I'm sure plenty of Hume folks are happy with their heaters, but damn, even these rocks Hume sends with their units turn to powder in a year or 2.
We actually find them really reliable. Frankly, the heating coils do go out. So that is a part that no matter what sauna you buy, heating coils go out. You have to replace them depending on the amount of use. So for businesses, I think it could be anywhere from 6 to 12 months. It's just a process like changing a filter, obviously way not as often, but heating coils are replaceable. That's what happens. Everything else, you know, I don't know, if it does break, we replace it, right? So you get that 2-year warranty, fully backed by us and Hume. They've been great for us. So,
and let's say something does go wrong, what's the process and the potential expectation of like time to get that resolved and the contact time with customer support?
So resolution time, 30.3 hours, which is from you reaching out saying I have an issue. That's the average, is 30.3 hours. And then response time is 27 minutes. I don't know what products you guys have that you reach out to, but I bet you don't get a response, like a real response, in 27 minutes. That's like really good if you think about all the different products you have in your house that you reach out about an issue. So we're really proud about that. We constantly invest more and more and more into customer service. Everyone's in the US. Everyone's super informed on the product. The help center keeps evolving over and over, and we've just revamped the whole customer service process about a month or 2 ago. So we use this cool product Snap Call, where when you reach out, we kind of receive all the information on the front end, photos, videos, everything. So once an agent gets all that data, we're able to solve stuff 30% faster than we did even 2 months ago. So everything is like constantly evolving here, and we put a ton of energy into it. We really care. Love to just keep diving into it.
10 months ago. Agree with your comment on mechanical things breaking. That is normal, but that is not what the majority of the posts are about. They're about absolutely terrible plunge support is. It's okay for things to break. It's not okay for a company to provide terrible support once it breaks. There are so many great options for cold plunges. I'm not sure why anyone would buy from Plunge until they fix their support. It might have been decent at one time, but it is currently terrible.
We've had like waves of customer support issues where response times will go down a bit. When we launched the Evolve product, we did have some issues that were all addressed. There's a lot around packaging. So if you can imagine, you launch a new product, you have some issues, you get a ton of inbound, and that can really weigh down the system. So all that stuff's been worked through. Yeah, I really think we have the best customer service in the industry. So, good luck to everyone out there. I hope you find a great cold plunge. But if you come to us, you're gonna get great service. We have awesome response times, awesome resolution times, and the product just keeps getting better and better.
Yeah, you already mentioned a lot of things, but a lot of people have mentioned their chillers breaking, the thermostat breaking, the chillers leaking, having to get replacements on the entire device or pieces of the device. Like, what can people expect in these new upgrades in the Gen 2? And will the website show that it's a Gen 2? Like, how do I know I'm ordering a Gen 2? I assume if you're watching this, you're probably ordering the Gen 2. Like, yeah, what are the biggest changes that are made to mitigate all these issues? And how do they know that they're getting that new model?
You're gonna get it if you're ordering by the time this airs. Every order now is gonna get it. So everything I've gone through, brand new heat exchanger, the electronic control valve, a brand new filter with a redundant seal, all this stuff is gonna help protect from any kind of leak. Some of the leaks were coming from a heat exchanger, so that's all brand new. Yeah, there's just tons and tons of upgrades.
And then some people say that if you're not getting responses on customer support, you can message David Moss Jr. on Instagram to prioritize your ticket.
Don't. Leave David alone. Leave David alone. There's no, again, our response times are, under a half hour. So there's no need to express things. And like I said, I think we want to be transparent. Like we have had last summer, we had a number of issues and response times weren't great. I think especially there was a week or so where we were out of product. So people who needed a brand new chiller, we literally didn't have. And so we've had these spikes where I'm sure some people had a horrible experience. You hate that happening as a founder, but happens is really hard to do. So all that stuff's resolved. Any ticket, there's no need to expedite. They're all getting looked at really quickly. So please leave David alone. We love David.
And I know he has a discount code, but we talked to Plunge and they said they're gonna give me a discount code. So thank you for watching this video. You can use discount code Shervin to get some money off on your Plunge. There will be a link in the description and the pinned comment. They did not pay me to make this video, but we're offering that if you do decide to buy one. It's rated, I think, for certain ones to be 8 to 10 degrees per hour, but some people are saying that it's a bit slower. How do you measure these chiller speeds and what might be causing slow speeds or faster speeds?
Yeah, I don't know what unit they have. Usually any kind of the new units, they're gonna keep up with whether it's even outside in 100-degree weather. It should keep 40 and 40 below set points. So maybe that's an old unit. Maybe they have a flow issue that would inhibit the speed. They could have a drop in coolant where they would need a new chiller. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, whatever the chilling speed is, we know that we test these units in 120-degree heat chambers, and they keep up with low set points. So that's kind of what we designed to.
They're pretty strong.
Yeah.
Cool. Now we go into the expensive section. People are saying it's quote unquote expensive, you should build your own sauna or build your own cold plunge.
Do it.
And you will have better reliability or you'll save money. What are your thoughts on do a DIY cold plunge or DIY sauna?
Yeah, I'm a DIY guy. I love to build stuff. I say go for it if you are gonna love it that much more and you want a project, of course, go for it. If you're you don't really build stuff that often, don't do it, because it's gonna be probably way harder than you think and probably cost more than you think. Chillers are expensive. If you're getting a really cheap chiller, it's probably gonna break. I don't think people quite realize, how hard it is to chill water constantly. If you think about stuff in your home, most stuff is by default off, whereas cold plunge is very unique. It's by default on all the time. So you're not only chilling water, it's outside, and you're filtering water, and all those systems have to work perfectly 24/7. So if you build it yourself, like plan on fixing it regularly. All the, we use like premium parts. That might be why the price is like higher than you think. We have to pay the customer service team, the engineering team to like constantly make it better.
Some people have argued that once they order it, there's a long shipping time and they don't know when it's gonna arrive. What can they expect in terms of shipping times?
Yeah, so we list the shipping time on the site. It varies by product depending on, sometimes we have supply chain issues and it'll creep up past a week, up to 3-4 weeks. Saunas are always changing. We build them by hand. Every sauna is built, in Lincoln, 15 minutes from here. So just look on the site. It'll say ships by X date. We almost always hit that date. And if we're gonna slip by a couple days, we call you, we reach out, we say, hey, sorry about this slip by a couple days. So there's been times in the past where we've had supply chain issues and stuff will slip further. That's been a long time since we've had that issue. So it should be dialed at this point. It'll say on the site, it'll ship by then.
And I know there's one thing where a lot of competitive cold plunge companies have gone out of business or been acquired because they couldn't scale to the point they want to.
Right.
How big is Plunge, and where do you see Plunge going, and how long do you think Plunge will last as a business and a company? Like, how can I trust the warranty if I buy this product? Because I did buy another cold plunge and they went out of business and now my warranty's gone.
Right.
So how can I trust that this will be around?
Yeah, in terms of company size, I mean, we've been pretty public about some numbers. We have 40,000 customers. You can probably do some math. We have over 150 employees. We're gonna keep releasing products in adjacent categories, right? So we came out with these awesome saunas. It's done great. So we're gonna continue to do that. That's a part of our growth map.
Just do a search, plenty of stories. The happy people don't post generally though.
Happy people, so you can go to plunge.com, see over 1,000 reviews, really happy people posting pictures, the real people. You can go to, we're actually doing a crowdfund on WeFunder. You can actually find a whole host. That's actually been really fun. So people have invested in Plunge. You can write I think $500 is the minimum check. It's pretty cool. But there's tons and tons of reviews there of happy people who have now invested in Plunge. That's been a fun valve that has opened for positive reviews. Yeah, there's tons and tons of positive reviews. We love to read them at all of our company all hands. We get them, multiple times a week. It fires us up, seeing the pictures of people posting, really getting into their journey and where they've gone, how it helps them. It just lights us up. It's so fun to see the impact that this has on people. So those are really easy to find. Come to the site, go to WeFunder, check them out. There's tons. There's way more positive reviews than negative reviews, I guarantee you that.
Yeah, we were doing a lot of negatives. Let's do one more positive. I think it's interesting, but I'm one of 6 friends with a 2+-year-old one, Plunge, and we've all been really happy, no issues. What do you think about that?
Yeah, the thank you person on Reddit who actually was positive. I'm sure you got downvoted. Yeah, like I said, there's lots of happy people out there. If you do have an issue, we will resolve it. Like, you have my word, you have Ryan's word. We're a bunch of softies. We we really care. So the bad reviews hurt. We read all of them. We try to learn from them as best as possible. So, you can kind of believe me standing here telling you, we have a lot of people in the customer service department in the US. We pay them well. They work their ass off. We keep iterating the tech and the information online. So we're getting better and better. I think a lot of these, you can see the timestamps, they're old. Our processes, the product, everything has gotten so much better. So yeah, I don't know, trust me on it. Don't hopefully you find people like that who are neutral, who just own our products. Yeah, we try really hard. So appreciate that person.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing I've learned is companies are always evolving and changing. Some of these comments, as they get older, things have changed since then. So always try to stay up to date. So I hope this video was valuable in terms of getting information of how things have evolved since then. Feel free to share this video on other Reddit posts or with your friends who are thinking about buying a Plunge. And remember, the discount codes are in the link and in the description and the pinned comment. And I hope this gave you more insights because I know when I'm trying to buy a very expensive product, I'm always curious, is it worth it? Is it actually going to last? And is it going to provide the value that I want? And I've used a lot of the Plunge products and I do love them, and I do see these comments. And I'm like, I'm not getting some of the positive insights, so I want to kind of shed some light on that. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, turn notifications, follow me on all the socials at Sherman Shares. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Peace.